Hey guys, Roniboney here, and thanks for stopping by. That's right, if you're feeling triggered by this title, then I may be referencing you. Now, other commentators in this community will say what I'm about to say more eloquently, a little bit more respectfully. However, you guys know me, I say what's on my mind and I try and be as honest and respectful as I can, but some of you are going to get triggered, so prepare, get into your safe space right now. Now, you're looking at this title thinking this is uncalled for, Roni, you're being toxic. I'd argue I'm not, as a lot of people fall into this category, and I'm about to show you now. This community has become absolute wimps. The Halo community of old kicked and screamed and badgered Bungie when in-game changes were desired, and we did not compromise. And as a result, Bungie listened to and implemented changes. Now, Bungie were far better than 343, as they didn't have a padlock firmly attached to their balls by Microsoft, like 343 have. But to go back to my point, the community has definitely changed. People will say it's all down to age, but it's not. It's down to their mentality. My theories on this are actually fairly psychologically based. So community members are suffering from Stockholm Syndrome. No, not Josh Home Syndrome, not Stockholm Syndrome, but Stockholm Syndrome. Just to define it, Stockholm Syndrome, or capture bonding, is a psychological phenomenon in which hostages express empathy and sympathy and have positive feelings towards their captors, sometimes to the point of defending and identifying with them. These feelings are generally considered irrational in light of the danger or risk endured by the victims, who essentially mistake a lack of abuse from their captors as an act of kindness. If you put this explanation in the context of, let's say Halo 5, a game that has been defined by its poor business practices, poor user and company communication, and the outrageous DLC, microtransaction and content plans, then you can identify the people who vehemently defend these practices as identifying with their developer captors. We are stuck with 343 guys for the foreseeable future. Some people have opted to side with the kidnappers, old Halo pros for instance, and the ex-community manager Bravo. Others in the community as a whole have decided to identify and even defend their captors' decisions with this game in an irrational and illogical way. For instance, anyone whom can honestly say and defend the mere existence of the rec system in this game is identifying with 343 as their captors. It's not good for the game, no matter how you try and argue it. You're empathizing with people also that you will never or will never meet, and you're agreeing with being ripped off for fear you will lose Halo. I understand, I get it, but Halo's not going anywhere. But you could take a step back, and that would truly show the developers that we are being mistreated, and that changes need to be made that are in the community's interests, and not in their own. I'm going to get blasted by some people out there for saying this, but if you look at the definition and the practices of the community right now, especially on the forums, what I've just explained is far too reminiscent of this syndrome. In fact, what I find the worst about this is that people actually enjoy getting shit on by 343 and Microsoft Studios. Halo 5 is the best Halo ever. When I hear a comment like this, it leads me to believe that this person is either new to this franchise, thank you teen rating, never properly or consistently played the other Halo titles, especially Halo 3 and Reach, and especially Halo 2's multiplayer, or simply hasn't a fucking clue what they're talking about. Pardon my français. It's no secret I stopped playing Halo 5. I'm still concerned with the issues of Halo 5, and I choose to cover them to bring light to them. However, I refuse to play that game, when it's blatantly obvious that all 343 and Microsoft want is more of my money, but they're not prepared to earn it. That's the thing for most of us that dislike Halo 5. Does anyone out there who wants to defend 343 think we wanted to dislike this game as Halo fans? Hell no. No, we didn't. For most of us, I'll say no. We wanted it to be a good game, to revive this community, and for the third time we had hope. We had hope in 343. And after a few weeks we saw that it was hopeless. Halo 5 is not the prince that was promised. It is not the Lightbringer of the Halo franchise. It's a half-completed game that really doesn't deserve, with its campaign, its features, its overhaul of Halo's perfect mechanics, and its poor developer support, to be called a Halo game. If you disagree, that's fine. If you like Halo 5, go and play it. I'm not telling you not to play it. But when Halo 5 is put in comparison to Halo 3 and Halo Reach, it all becomes a bit odd that games released 9 and 6 years ago respectively can outdo a new generation title that runs at 60 FPS, and that they can outdo this game via their solid campaigns, their even more solid multiplayer, their diversity in their game modes, full features at launch, and communities that appreciated the hard work and content that the developers slaved over for years prior to launch. In return, we as customers supported and played the fuck out of those games to support a developer and a game that we knew was built for us. I know swearing does my commentaries no help, but honestly, who here is used to playing the absolute here comes the French, holy fuck out of a particular Halo title? I know I did. When a game's content and base formula works, you don't mess with it. Call of Duty messed with their formula, and look what's happened. You have a definitive split in their community. People who want to play Infinite Warfare and its enhanced mobility mechanics era, and people who want boots on the ground, the old school gameplay, the no BS gameplay of Modern Warfare Remastered. This is the same thing with the Halo community. We don't want to feel like we're being strong-armed to like something we don't, because simply it isn't true. I get asked, if Halo 5 is so bad, why is its community growing? It's not growing, it's being replaced. In place of veteran Halo players, people who have stuck with this game since Halo's conception and evolution between 2001 and 2010, is now a 13 or 14 year old who has maybe played Halo 4 and then Halo 5. Maybe they've played MCC and has seen classic Halo, but maybe they don't particularly like it. This saddens me and is all too common. It's not like the games that they're used to playing. There's nothing wrong with being young, that's not my issue here. I was young when I started playing Halo. However, when a game is nearly entirely catered and made to appease and attract a younger audience, when a classic Halo title would have done much better than this title and attracted a more mixed age range of players, it annoys me. People aren't stupid and neither are young people. If I could appreciate and play Halo 2 and 3 when I was still a teenager and still enjoy Combat Evolved, then what's the problem with treating your customers, no matter what age they are, with emotional respect, building a game for them that everybody can enjoy, that has a mature audience? Halo was always a mature title, it was full of shit talkers, sweaty players and adult themes, so why change it now? It's what we fell in love with. 343 and Microsoft, you literally have one last chance with Halo 6, at least in my eyes anyway, or God forbid a Halo 3 Anniversary. If you mess either one of those up, especially Halo 3 Anniversary, then say goodbye to the majority of the remaining community. Halo will become a game like Killzone that has fallen into the shadows because the developers do not understand their community and the direction the game should travel in. I just want you guys to suck it up, apologise to this community in the same sense that the Coalition apologised for Gears of War Judgment. They realised their mistake, they referenced it in articles and in, just interviews and said we didn't make the best game that we could have. If you guys say that, you will gain some respect back. I guarantee you. It's a hard road to do, but you could. You totally could. This game needs something like that, something drastic like that. We need something drastic from the developer. If you're not going to do it in a game, you have to do it in some kind of press event and say, we realize our mistakes. Because honesty will sell your product. I want you to suck it up, guys. Honestly, apologize to this community. Provide explanations of your decision-making process and implement changes based on user feedback, not developer feedback and your developer goals or your sales goals. I guarantee you, even the run-of-the-mill player has played more Halo 5 than 99% of 343 Industries devs. We know your games, we know the problems. It's hard to admit it, but I'll say it. You guys really don't know a lot about your games, 343. If you were succeeding, I would not be making this commentary. I want you to succeed, I really do. I want Halo back to the top where it belongs. The ball is, and will always be in your court. Can you, just for once, score a 3-pointer from the halfway line? Cheers. This is Ronnie, thanks for stopping by.